let's get into some new music before we jump into the rest of this episode. So, finally, after 5 years, 5 long years, Solana SZA dropped SOS. Now, SOS, man. Well, what is there to say about SOS? With a 5-year wait, and with the singles that she's been dropping, and with the anticipation of her dropping, and with all these other women who have been dropping over the years and people rushing to put them above SZA, she absolutely delivered. The sophomore slump is real. We've talked about it. We've seen it. We've written artists off as a result of it. But what SZA did on SOS, it's like, to me, and I was talking to Nick before the episode, and I was talking to Jenny about it. I was like, yo, like, have we seen such a strong follow-up sophomore album to a really impactful debut album? And it took me some time, and, you know, different names got thrown out, and I was like, okay, like, this has happened before, but the impact of it feels so much bigger because she gave us a classic 5 years ago and went away. We got, you know, All the Stars, and we got Beautiful, and we got, you know, her features on Doja Cat and different stuff. Like, she was around, but she wasn't, you know, she wasn't dropping albums. And then to give us this, I mean, you start with SOS. A lot of people thought it was a Champagne Poetry sample, and Jay Versace clarified, like, he made the beat 3 years ago. Kill Bill. You got Love Language. You got, I like the Don Toliver record. I'm not going to front. Snooze is, Babyface did, oh my God, Babyface went absolutely crazy on Snooze. Snooze is absolutely fantastic. Snooze is my favorite song, absolutely. Like, I think for her to sneak out one of the best songs of the year within the last couple weeks of the year is just like, who else but her? Notice Me, Gone Girl, Ghost in the Machine, Phoebe Bridgers. Like, who would have thought a SZA and Phoebe Bridgers song would sound so good? And then they made it work. F2F, she got in her alternative rock bag. And I think this is the album that's really going to, like, SZA, she definitely had pop star potential. She had records on Control that had, like, pop star potential, but I think F2F is like, okay, like, you're willing to take this in, like, any direction, which I think is absolutely great for her. Conceited, you know, she gets to the rap bag a little bit. Far, Shirt, of course, great single. Open Arms, Travis Scott. I like that mellow Travis Scott bag where, you know, the universe doesn't have to be open for him. He's kind of just chilling. Like, it was a cool bag for him to be in, and I think, yo, for not getting really good Travis verses over the years, who else but SZA's gonna do it? And I love when artists speak out. Love when artists speak out about their music, because these Twitter music critics will label something sad girl music, and it was like, there's clearly songs on here that are happy, or that are vengeful, or just other emotions besides y'all saying, oh, sad boys, sad girls, all this. Like, yo, I've said this so many times. The genre is so much more than what y'all limited to in this sad stuff. So I love this SZA spoke up and said, I got songs like Good Days on here. I got Smoking on My X-Pack. Like, I have songs that convey other emotions besides what y'all try to limit me to. So I thought SOS was absolutely fantastic, and I'm very thankful to SZA for dropping that. She got her first #1. I think she did 315K. And broke streaming records, and, you know, there was someone who dropped their R&B album last year that broke a lot of streaming records, and everyone was like, yo, she's different, and then SZA returned and said, gong, just like The Undertaker. That's why I called her The Undertaker. My SZA is The Undertaker take aged so well because of what she did. Whenever she pops out, it is impactful. The proof is in the pudding. I don't gotta say nothing. I don't have to say a thing. It's all proven here. And to jump from a 60K first week for Control to a 315K first week 5 years later, nuts. Because, like, there was someone who told me, like, oh, she only gonna do 150. I was like, do you understand SZA's power at this point? Like, do you understand how long people have been waiting? Good Days is multi-times platinum now. Looks from working with Doja, working with all these other people who can expose her to different audiences. Like, when SZA comes, it's going to be impactful, especially in December when no one else is really dropping shit. So I got to give credit to SZA for that. SOS is great, and I think we answered our question of what has there been a better R&B album since Control? I don't know if I'm ready to say SOS is better yet. But if there is any album that I would put up there, it would be SOS. But yeah, this is her. Like 2 for 2 right now. Absolutely incredible. So.